Hello everyone, namaste. My name is Bill Austin. I'm a spiritual healer, teacher, artist, and visionary living in St. Petersburg, Florida, in the United States. My main website is www.healingholograms.com. I'm very excited to do the next three in my continually growing library of YouTube presentations. And this is going to be an angelic healing for alcohol abuse, overuse, the cravings for alcohol, addictions to alcohol, alcoholism, etc. Um, the planet has been going through a lot of emotional cleansing and purification and stuff, and it's been a very, very difficult month for humanity on the inner planes, and a lot of the reasons why people turn to addictive substances is to escape emotional pain and anguish and stuff. So, as the planet goes through this emotional purge and cleanse, it's been very hard, and it's sort of heightened, and magnified a little bit some of the abuses in the area of addictions. And a lot of the addictions come from past lives, parallel lives. We all have lives, in any given moment, we're living lives in the future, parallel lives, past lives. It's all one. It's all going on at the same time, and we're all impacted by that. So, I'm very excited to be able to offer this angelic healing session. Before I begin, I'd just like to set my intents. I'd like to begin by invoking and inviting in the presence of the Holy Spirit Shekinah and the Creator to come forth at this time to bless, purify, sanctify, and cleanse this transmission, to monitor it energetically, and to protect and shield it. I'm setting the intent that the energies exchanged between you and me and anyone that is connected in any way whatsoever with this transmission will be love and only love. I'm setting the intent that all the energies encoded on this transmission will be aligned with the highest good of all concerned and support the spiritual evolution of each being. I'm setting the intent that all the energies offered on this transmission will be offered to the highest level aspect of our monads for full or partial acceptance or rejection by that most pristine part of ourselves, the highest level aspect of our monads, or the soul of our souls. And finally, I'd just like to set the intent that nothing from our mental bodies or personality cells or ego mind or shadow side will enter into this transmission or impact the transmission of the energies encoded on this recording in any way whatsoever. So before we begin, I just want to talk a little bit about logistics. I'm going to be announcing the title of each transmission, and I ask you to go within at that point and ask if it's aligned with your highest good. And if so, when you get a yes, when I say transmission begin, all you have to do on your end is set the intent to be open to receive. And you can say out loud or to yourself, "Thank you, Creator, I accept." If you get a no, I ask you to honor that. And when I say transmission begins, just say out loud or to yourself, "No, thank you, Creator." And if you need more time to integrate the transmissions, you can always put this recording on pause or stop at any time. And when you feel integrated, you can hit the resume button on the recording. Okay, the first transmission is going to be angelic healing profiles for parallel, future, past life archives, for genetic archives, and all programming around alcohol abuse, overuse, the cravings for alcohol, the addiction to alcohol, alcoholism, and also we're going to ask for a healing of relationships impacted by alcohol abuse, alcoholism, etc. Because a lot of people are, even if they aren't addicted to alcohol, they're very much impacted by people in their life who are addicted or abuse or overuse alcohol. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. The next thing we're going to do is a genetic healing profile around alcohol abuse, alcohol overuse, the cravings for alcohol, addictions to alcoholism, to alcohol and alcoholism. A lot of times it runs in the genetics and the bloodlines of families where you have almost a genetic predisposition to it. For example, in my lineage, I had a grandmother who had problems with alcohol, and I had never gotten hungover in my life, and I suspect that's because I had lots of alcoholic ancestry, and they sort of overrode that little natural protection feature of hangovers. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. When I nod my head like that, it just means the transmission has been encoded into the recording. The next one is angelic healing profiles for self-sabotage and self-destructive patterns, programs, and emotions, feelings, memories, especially around alcohol abuse, alcohol overuse, the cravings for alcohol, addictions to alcohol, alcoholism. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. The next transmission are brain chemistry healing profiles around alcohol abuse, alcohol overuse, cravings for alcohol, addictions to alcohol, alcoholism. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. The next one's personality and subpersonality and psychological archetype healing profiles around alcohol abuse, alcohol overuse, cravings for alcohol, addictions to alcohol, alcoholism. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. The next one is angelic healing the origin, causes, sources, foundations, roots, triggers, healing profiles around alcohol abuse, alcohol overuse, addictions to alcohol, alcoholism, cravings for alcohol. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. The next one is angelic healing profiles around alcohol abuse, alcohol overuse, cravings for alcohol, addictions to alcohol, alcoholism, angelic healing for relationships with people who have relationships with people addicted to alcohol or who overuse alcohol. We're also asking for angelic healing profiles for forgiveness and self-forgiveness. For indulging or overindulging in alcohol. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. The next transmission is an angelic love and healing wash to help people with issues around alcohol abuse, alcohol overuse, cravings for alcohol, addictions to alcohol, alcoholism, and healing of relationships, forgiveness, just like genetics, and angelic brain chemistry, and angelic love and healing wash. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. I just like to conclude with energies to help us to integrate in the most perfect possible way with ease and grace. Transmission begins. Transmission ends. That concludes this recording. Thank you very much. Namaste, and I look forward to connecting with you again on the inner planes.